One of the other things about the instrument, which I failed to specify, was that the keys are piano keys, and they're right-handed threaded. You reset everything so that keys are available if you should ever need them in several different thousand sizes, whereas the original cymbals were all left-handed keys, and they were only available in a few sizes. So there's things in this instrument that can be bought right out of a piano store. The instrument itself is, like I said, the heads are laminated. There's several layers like so they will not split, where the original cymbals were all one-piece heads, and they had a real problem with splitting. Same thing on the bottom. He built it so that it's durable. The legs are threaded steel that goes through the instrument. It's built so that they'll take a tremendous amount of abuse, and they don't come apart. They're just solid. It's just really well built, very solid. The instrument, as far as strings go, are all quality strings. My dad builds the strings individually, has his own machine and everything that he built. They custom built the strings for the instruments, and they're high quality also. They have a very small failure rate of years before I break a string. So it's like I said, a very durable instrument, and that's what you need sometimes when you're playing some of these jobs. I don't know what else I can really say except that half the fun of playing one is owning one.
Talk about the bass.
The bass? Oh, surely. Bass is middle, or C goes off D, E, F, and then your scale travels as far as chromatic. It's a very deep, powerful sounding bass. The instrument just rings. The quality of the instrument just keeps on ringing all the way through. Instrument to play. The bridges are all set up fairly equally all the way through, so your instrument doesn't have a high crown in the center, which makes it harder to play the instruments. These are very flat. They're very accessible instrument to play. And
how about the mallets?
Well, the mallets, these are well, there's two types. This is a wood pair that we have, and also my dad builds these with an insert, a aluminum alloy insert in them, which will just about survive a train wreck. They're pretty durable, and they also play well. So if you're a starter or person like that with the instrument, you should generally start with a starter set of sticks. And you'll find that once you get further along down the line, you might want to go to the wood stick. I prefer them. They're a little longer, a little whippier, but when you're first starting, that's the way to go, because like I say, they're very durable.
What about the different thicknesses?
Thicknesses of what?
On the mallet.
Oh, the mallets? Well, the thicknesses of the mallet has to do with the bowing and the whipping of the instrument. The thinner the stick, the more of a whip you have and you get used to that when you play the instrument. I prefer a longer stick. It has more of a whipping tendency in it, and you can play. I feel you can play faster. And the solider the stick and shorter the stick, the more time you have to put in, and the more clumping. But if you use a longer stick, you can actually utilize that in your favor.
What about the cotton tips on the mallet?
The cotton tips are Johnson's cotton. I didn't say anything about that, but Johnson's cotton, he takes it off like angel hair in a roll, and he molds it into a pod. And once it's set and lets it dry, then he ties it with string, and that's the end of the stick. And,
some are thicker than others?
Well, it depends. If you want to get the real thick stick, will be very puffy sound for example, this is a softer tone. Now, here's a pair that has a harder winding on, harder setup on it. So you can get a different effect by the winding of the cotton on the stick, or you can just go right down to wood if you'd like to for different effects. It's just, an instrument has a lot of ways to go if you want the variety. You can play just about anything you want on it, from probably Bach to boogie if you'd like. Just takes a little bit of time, a little bit of playing around.
Well, give us a sample.
Let's see. Yeah, on here.
It's a home video. What do you want?
Okay, yeah, home video. All right.